Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Jayden. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you about having standards as a man, which is a topic that's been very slept upon, okay? Women always talk about their standards. Women always talk about their requirements. But we men often don't sit down and think deeply about the type of girl or the type of girls that we would like to have in our lives, okay? Men usually maybe go as far as thinking about, I'd like a blonde girl or a brunette or whatever, superficial things. I like a girl with a big ass or this or that, or always superficial things. However, something that's going to give you a lot of results, something that's going to make you immensely attractive, is knowing what kind of personality that you want to have around yourself, okay? And so this is often something that we might not think about because we don't know how powerful it is. But I know how powerful it is, and so I will share it with you today in this video. This has gotten me laid a lot and has made me really attractive to women, okay? And so you want to think about how you want a woman to be. Do you want a feminine woman? Do you want a submissive woman? Do you want a masculine woman? Do you want a carefree, open-minded woman? Do you want a woman that is wow, I can't believe they're like doing construction at like it's late. All right, it's like 11 o'clock at night and they're doing construction. Wow, that's lit, guys. Anyway, do you want a woman who's uptight? Do you want a woman that is like active and like to do things? Or do you want a girl that's like at home and chilling? Now, the thing is, when you start to think about these things, and when you reach your own conclusion, you're still gonna be the same guy. You're still gonna look the same. You're still gonna have the same height. You're still gonna dress the same. Your friends are still gonna, they're not gonna like notice that something have changed about you. But women will, okay? And women will notice something when you start conversations with them, when you take them on dates, when you spend time with them, etc., etc. Because you guys need to understand that women, more often than not, select men based on a man's sub-communication. And so the way that you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you look at her, so the sub-communication, the things that you don't think about consciously. And what affects sub-communication the most is your attitude, your beliefs, and your values. Okay, so your attitude, your beliefs, and your values. Now, if you never think about your attitude, and you never think about your beliefs, and you never think about your values, what type of people you like to have around you, both men and women, men as friends and women obviously as romantic, right? If you never think about what type of girl you would like to have, what you're interested in, what you're going for, what you're looking for, well then, what's gonna happen is you're not gonna be able to properly affect your sub-communication. And if you're not able to properly affect your sub-communication, well then you're handicapped, because then you don't have access to the most attractive tool that is available for you. Does that make sense? And so when you think about the kind of girl that you want, what comes to mind, okay? And so let's say, for example, that what makes you internally like excited is having a woman that is feminine, submissive, shy, likes to stay at home, likes to listen, cooks, cleans, and it's just chill. She likes, for example, to be quiet, and she values silence. So let's say that that's what you find out upon reflection, because you need to reflect, right? So you find that out from sitting down, writing it down, journaling, and thinking, what do you want in a woman? So you come to that conclusion that I just told you, okay? Or maybe you come to something opposite, okay? This is just an example. And then you go out tomorrow and you meet a woman who's not like that. And I need to explain this to you because a lot of men are autistic and they don't get the concept. So I'll explain it to you this way. And so you meet a woman who's not that. You meet a woman who's not what you wrote down, what you journaled about, what you think, what makes you excited. You meet a woman who's the opposite, maybe. Masculine, has a bad attitude, or whatever. But you find her still attractive, okay? That's never gonna change because inherently we're attracted to what we're attracted to, okay? I met some girls with bad attitudes, but I found them so incredibly hot. The way their bodies were, or the way they looked at me, or something like that, but they had absolutely terrible attitudes, or the wrong mindset, or the wrong type of energy, which I would prefer, right? I would prefer the right type of energy. So they didn't have that. They lacked that. And so same thing is going to happen to you. It doesn't mean that now because you have standards and because you have values and because you know exactly what type of woman that you have around you, or want to have around you rather, it doesn't mean that you stop sleeping with those women. You can meet a woman who's masculine or this or that or whatever tomorrow and still have sex with her, because we all internally have our own inner Genghis Khan, okay? We all have our own internal Genghis Khan. And so we all have that drive. We have that, unless there's something wrong with you, we all have that testosterone, okay? It makes us want to produce, okay? And it's something that is, inherent in man. So we're attracted to what we're attracted to. So just because you have values now and you have standards now, it doesn't mean that you're just gonna have sex with those women or just attract those women or meet those women. But what's gonna happen is when you meet a woman that's not what you internally want. So again, let's say she's masculine or bad attitude or whatever, you're not gonna be so eager because she doesn't fit the mental picture of what you envision for yourself. And so when you meet that girl that you find attractive, but she, has the wrong qualities, well, what's gonna happen? Your sub-communication is gonna come out in the moment. You're gonna talk to her. Yes, you find her attractive. The girl that's not what you want, mentally, you find her attractive. And then in your sub-communication, you're just gonna be carefree. You're gonna be like, yeah, we can meet up sometime. Like you're not gonna care. You're gonna exude carefreeness on a new level. And so those women are gonna find you incredibly attractive and almost cannot even resist you. And also with women that you do find attractive, who fits the mental picture that you want, with those women, it's almost like you can put them under a spell, because they are exactly what you want, energy-wise, mentally-wise, attractive-wise, attitude-wise. And so when you have that match from the internal, the things that you journaled about, the things that you wrote down, and then you see her in that external, well, what's gonna happen is now your eye contact is gonna have weight to it. Now when you look her in the eyes, you look her in the eyes in a penetrating way. And this is gonna happen without you even thinking about it, okay? The way that you walk, the way that you talk, the things that you talk about, it's all gonna take shape and take form, and you're always going to be more powerful than a guy who's never thought about these things. Don't even take my word for it, okay? Do the exercise now. And the exercise is, take a piece of pen, take a paper, maybe you can even do it on your computer, and write down exactly what you want in a woman. And I want you to not write down the physical aspect, because we are attracted to what we are attracted to, okay? But I want you to think about the deeper aspects, the internal aspects, okay? And so not just, hey, I want a blonde girl, or this tall, or this short, or I like petite. That's superficial. It's important. Attractiveness is super important. It's the first thing that we notice in people and in women. And so for me, I don't even want to engage with a girl unless I find her attractive. So I'm not saying it's not important. Me, I don't talk to chicks that I don't find hot. You know what I'm saying? So it's important. But what's gonna alter the subcommunication, which is the topic of this video, your subcommunication, is knowing what type of energy you want to have around you. Do you want her to be feminine? Do you want her to be submissive? Do you want her to be agreeable? Do you want her to be disagreeable? Do you want to get challenged? Or do you want to have a girl that has no headache, no drama? Do you want a girl that cooks, that cleans, and that takes care of you? Or do you want one that's independent and doing her own thing? Do you want adventure, craziness? Do you want a type of girl that you could do some insane shit with, like maybe go to a swingers club, do couple swaps with, or have threesomes regularly? Do you want a girl that's bisexual? Do you want a girl that's sweet and sensitive and caring? Or do you want a girl that's like cold and distant and ice? What type of woman would you do you think would balance out your personality? Do you want a woman that wants to settle down? Or do you want a woman who doesn't want to have any kids? And so as much of these things that you can think about and write down is gonna make you more powerful. Now you're not a leaf in the wind, okay? Look at this tree over here. It's full of leaves that are like, let's see if I can show you. It's kind of like a bit windy. You see how it moves? See the leaves? Okay? If you don't know what you want, you're just another leaf in the wind. And you don't have a weight to you. And women often go with men that have a certain weight to them. A lot of coaches, especially in self-development, a lot of the red pill content, a lot of YouTubers that talk about, man things, men stuff. They talk about money, status, power. They talk about being capable. They talk about learning how to fight and being able to handle yourself. But I think the most important part, money's pretty important, but I think the most important part is not being a leaf in the wind, being solid. And I believe there's nothing that can make you as solid as knowing what you want, knowing what you want to have, and being grounded in that. I think there's nothing more powerful than that. And it's gonna change the way you walk, the way you talk, the things that you tolerate, your boundaries. Is gonna make you a lot more sexier. Because I know guys with money, with power, with status. I know some friends of mine are like multi-millionaires. We hang out maybe 2-3 times a year. They're super busy, always working. And they got the shittiest sub-communications ever. I just love them, And some of them are weird and creepy. I know promoters who have a lot of power. I know people who, are on TV back in Sweden when I was living in Stockholm. And they're not that good with girls. Even some of these guys I know that are quite handsome, actually. Because they're like leaves in the wind. They're just blowing around. And they're just agreeing with everything the girl says. And they have no center. They have no power. And so I made this video for you today to raise your self-esteem, to make you think about these things, which will raise your self-esteem, and then which will give you a center of power. Okay? It's gonna give you gravity. It's gonna make you be able to make videos like this, just talking and walking and flowing and not giving a fuck about what's going on around you. I've been concentrated on this video. I don't give a fuck about what people think around me. And so I make this video because I love you, and I want you to do this. Please, please, please do the exercise. Think about what you want and give it some time, like a month. Talk to girls every day, go on dates, ask girls out, and compare this month of you doing this, of knowing exactly what you want and grounding yourself in it, and see how women respond to you differently. Try it out for yourself. Don't even believe me, okay? Now, that's all I had to say in this video today. If you like this video, like the goddamn video, comment down below, and subscribe. A lot of you guys, like 80% of you guys watching this, are not subscribed. So if you like this video and you found value in it, please subscribe, okay? And I see y'all, my playboys, in that next video. Peace.